I'm a person who's scared of a great many things. I fear loneliness and vulnerability. I fear being thought an imposter, or thought foolish, or stupid, or unworthy. But I also think of myself as quite a brave person. Because despite all of these fears, including a towering and powerful fear of failure, I'm someone who gets up and tries again. When I began my journey of publishing The Hole in the Middle, it was absolutely fraught with the possibility of failure, and the prospect of success was minuscule. And I failed so many more times than I succeeded over the course of that journey. But each of those failures ended up really helping me in the service of ending up with a successful book. And I tell that story a lot because I think aspiring writers believe that when someone has gotten lucky in the writing business, it's because they didn't fail along the way. And I don't know a single person who's had a successful book that didn't experience absolutely crushing failures. Having my manuscript rejected, which it was many times, countless times. My agent hasn't even told me how many times because she thinks I'll be terrified by the number. Made me rework the manuscript, and it made the manuscript stronger and a better story. Every time I went back and revised it, the book got better. Failing to find an agent and a publisher forced me into the world of self-publishing, which is a world that taught me so many unbelievably useful things, like how to market my book and find an audience and grow that audience. And I use all of those skills all the time now that I'm a traditionally published writer, and they've helped my book do very, very well. I wrote a second book because my first book wouldn't sell, and while I was writing that book, I had a second book to sell, and when I finally sold into the US, I got a 2-book deal. So I really feel like each of these failures ended up having a positive gift along with it at the end. And I'm not romantic about failure. I think failure sucks. I think it's horrible. It's one of the worst things to go through. But ultimately, I think it forces you to become tougher, to be more resilient, and to acquire some new skills that you aren't going to acquire if you never experience the fire of failure. I have thought a lot about the role that luck plays in successes, and I sort of think that luck has a lot to do with resilience and with grit. And I tell people when they ask me how they ought to bounce back from failure, that courage is something that you can grow, and it grows through practice, and it grows through doing things that are hard. And the more that you do these things, the less scary they become.